Ethan Hartwell moved through his garden with the measured steps of a man well acquainted with grief. Each rose bush, each delicate orchid held the memory of his late wife, Eleanor. She had breathed life into this earth, coaxed beauty from the soil. Now it was his solitary duty to tend her legacy. The garden was Ethan's sanctuary, a place where the world's noise faded away. He found solace in the rhythm of his work, the gentle pruning, the careful watering, the quiet hum of bees amongst the lavender. These were the threads that held his heart together. But even in the heart of his haven, a persistent ache lingered. Eleanor was gone, and the vibrant joy she brought to every corner of the garden had dimmed. The colours seemed a shade less vibrant, the fragrance a touch fainter. Ethan tended the garden with unwavering devotion, but a part of him wondered if it could ever truly bloom again. Willowbrook was the kind of town where time moved slowly. Days drifted by like fallen leaves on a gentle stream. So, when Clara Bennett arrived, her vibrant energy was impossible to ignore. She was a whirlwind of creativity, a young photographer with eyes that saw the world through a different lens. Clara had come seeking inspiration, a place to escape the city's relentless pace. Willowbrook, with its quaint charm and sleepy lanes, seemed the perfect sanctuary. She rented a small cottage on the edge of town, its windows overlooking a rambling garden that whispered promises of forgotten beauty. Drawn by an invisible thread, Clara found herself standing at the edge of Ethan's garden. The air hummed with the drowsy drone of bees, and the scent of honeysuckle hung heavy in the late afternoon sun. It was as if time itself held its breath, captivated by the scene unfolding before her. Ethan looked up from his rose bushes, startled by the shadow falling across the fragrant blooms. A young woman with hair like spun copper and eyes that shone with an artist's intensity stood at the gate. He recognized her instantly. The newcomer, Clara, the talk of the town. "May I?" she asked, her voice as bright and clear as a songbird's call. Ethan hesitated, a lifetime of solitude making him wary. He wasn't accustomed to sharing his sanctuary, yet there was something in Clara's gaze, a spark of genuine admiration that made him nod. She moved through the garden like a butterfly, flitting from one flower to the next. Her camera clicked incessantly, capturing the interplay of light and shadow, the delicate dance of a bee on a lavender sprig. Ethan watched, a mixture of curiosity and apprehension stirring within him. Who was this woman who saw such beauty in his quiet world? As the days ripened into weeks, Clara became a familiar presence in Ethan's garden. She would arrive each afternoon, her laughter mingling with the birdsong. Ethan found himself drawn to her infectious enthusiasm. She possessed an uncanny ability to find beauty in the most unexpected places. Clara saw things that Ethan, in his quiet grief, had overlooked. She pointed out the way the sunlight filtered through the leaves, creating a mosaic of light and shadow. She showed him the intricate patterns of a spider's web, glistening with morning dew. Slowly, gently, she began to reawaken his senses. Their conversations flowed easily, meandering from gardening to art, from life's simple pleasures to the enduring power of love and loss. Ethan learned about Clara's dreams, her passion for capturing the ephemeral beauty of the world around her. Clara, in turn, learned about Eleanor, about the love story etched into every flowerbed. A deep and unexpected friendship began to blossom between them. One particularly vibrant afternoon, as they worked side by side, repotting a cluster of vibrant geraniums, Clara broke the comfortable silence. "You loved her very much, didn't you?" she asked softly, her gaze fixed on the delicate petals. Ethan paused, his calloused fingers hovering over the rich soil. He had spoken of Eleanor often, sharing anecdotes of their life together, but Clara's question held a depth that surprised him. He nodded slowly, his heart aching with a familiar pang. "More than words can say." "She was lucky," Clara whispered, her voice barely audible above the hum of the bees. "But, I think a part of her lives on here." in every flower, every ray of sunshine that touches this garden. Ethan looked at her then, truly saw the empathy and understanding in her eyes, and for the first time since Eleanor's passing, he felt a flicker of warmth spread through his chest. As summer deepened, so too did the bond between Ethan and Clara. They spent countless hours together, tending the garden, sharing stories, and simply enjoying each other's company. Ethan found himself looking forward to her visits with an eagerness that both surprised and excited him. One warm evening, as the sky blazed with the fiery hues of sunset, Clara turned to Ethan, her eyes shining with an emotion he couldn't quite decipher. "Ethan," she began, her voice trembling slightly, I think I'm falling in love with you." Ethan's heart stuttered in his chest. He had suspected, hoped even, that their connection ran deeper than friendship. But the reality of her words, the raw honesty in her voice, left him speechless. The weight of their age difference, the shadow of his grief, threatened to smother the fragile flame of his own burgeoning feelings. Word of Ethan and Clara's relationship spread through Willowbrook like wildfire. Whispers followed them through the grocery store aisles, and judgmental glances were exchanged over steaming mugs of coffee at the local diner. Some dismissed it as a foolish infatuation, a May-December fling. Ethan, accustomed to the town's scrutiny, found himself surprisingly unaffected. For the first time in years he felt truly alive, his heart thrumming with a youthful energy he thought long gone. Clara, however, struggled with the whispers and sideways glances. She had never cared much for societal expectations, but the weight of their disapproval threatened to crush the fragile joy they had found. One rainy afternoon, as Clara sought solace in the familiar comfort of Ethan's greenhouse, he took her hands in his touch strong and reassuring. "Clara," he said, his voice husky with emotion, "let the world talk. Their opinions hold no power over us. All that matters is what we feel, what we build together." With newfound determination, Ethan and Clara embraced their love, their bond deepening with each passing day. The garden, once a testament to Ethan's grief, was transformed into a vibrant tapestry of their shared love. Clara's artistic eye brought a fresh perspective, a riot of color and texture that complemented Ethan's meticulous care. Together they nurtured not only the garden but also each other's souls. Ethan rediscovered a zest for life he thought lost forever, his laughter echoing through the once silent paths. Clara, inspired by their love, captured their journey through her lens, her photographs a testament to the transformative power of second chances. Their love story became an inspiration to those who witnessed it. The cynics of Willowbrook, hardened by years of routine and predictability, found themselves softening their gaze, a flicker of hope igniting in their hearts. Love, it seemed, had a way of blooming in the most unexpected of places, reminding everyone that even withered souls could blossom again. Years later, the garden stood as a testament to the enduring power of love. It was a place where time seemed to move differently, where the past and present intertwined seamlessly. Visitors from far and wide flocked to witness its beauty, to breathe in its intoxicating fragrance, and to leave a piece of their own hopes and dreams amongst the blooms. Ethan and Clara, their hair now streaked with silver, still walked hand in hand along its winding paths. Their love story, born from loss and nurtured by shared passions, had weathered the storms of doubt and societal disapproval. It had blossomed into something rare and precious, a beacon of hope for anyone who dared to believe that even in the twilight of life, love could bloom anew. And so, the Garden of Second Chances thrived, its very existence a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, the transformative power of love, and the enduring beauty that can bloom even in the face of adversity. It was a reminder that sometimes the most beautiful stories are those written in the language of flowers, whispered on the breeze, and etched forever in the hearts of those who dared to open themselves to the possibility of love's enduring embrace.